What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video specifically, we are looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, as well as the S&P 500. Now we really don't want to waste any time, but so far guys, there has been some crazy movements right now within some of these major cryptocurrencies. And hopefully by now you can tell there's some pretty big runs, bullish runs coming for cryptocurrency within the next couple of hours, if not by the next day or two. As you guys know, Bitcoin has been forming a falling wedge pattern that I've discussed with you guys yesterday, that we found some crazy uncertainty. We've actually seen major flip to the downside here, retesting our bottom support level, which also confirms this falling wedge pattern. But it's not just within Bitcoin that's forming this. We're also seeing patterns of big bullish sentiment and falling wedges within XRP as well, which is very exciting for those that are in XRP. As you guys can tell by the charts here, it might not look like the falling wedge you're looking at. This looks like a descending triangle, but with a slight tweak of the charts, you'll actually be quite surprised as to the development that we found within XRP. So very interesting. Stay tuned for that. Ethereum is currently retesting all-time highs. Very exciting news. Otherwise, guys, remember the drawing is right around the corner to win one of these free crypto coin display giveaways. It's worth $130, and all you have to do to enter is comment your favorite cryptocurrency down below, as well as comment subscribed. Do those two things as I'll be checking, and if you're not subscribed, you'll not win. Also, guys, today's video is sponsored by Pulsar Token. Hopefully you remember Pulsar from about 2 weeks ago. Basically, they're the world's first elastic rebasing token with real use and utilities, launching on the Binance Smart Chain. As you can see, it's mathematically guaranteed to exceed the price of Bitcoin, which is pretty crazy, and they're integrating version 2 very soon. So for more information about that, please stay to the end of today's video, where we will be going in depth about the Pulsar Token project. And if you can't wait and you're impatient, then definitely make sure to check out the links in the description down below where I did link Pulsar. Otherwise, make sure to turn on post notifications, smash the like button, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, a quick update refresh. We're currently at $2.59 trillion. We're really not up by much overall, only a 0.6 increase. And you can see most of the markets right now are consolidating. Big sell-off right now forming within Shiba, still up 140% over the course of the week, but we're down about 14 to 15%. And it's been like this for the past couple of hours here on SHIB. But the crazy thing about Shiba is we're actually forming a much bigger pattern that I feel like not really many people are realizing, and it's going to be forming and happening, the breakout, within the next couple of hours. I'll have a video up as I normally do later on in the afternoon to discuss the Shiba Inu pattern here. Very excited for the next run to come within crypto. This is a huge run opportunity for SHIB. So if you're interested in SHIB, stick around for that later video, as it will be very important in regards to its potential next breakout. Now, moving on here, you can see most of these cryptocurrencies are flatlined. They're really not up much at all, except Ethereum, which is retesting its all-time highs. So as you guys know, Bitcoin has been forming this falling wedge pattern, and I'll jump into XRP in a second here. You guys can see, I just want you to take note of this falling wedge pattern first. Hopefully you guys understand what a falling wedge pattern is. We get a lot of new subscribers every day, which is why I like to refresh everybody, so we all have this understanding of what exactly we're looking at. So falling wedge patterns tend to break, well, first we're on a bullish run up, then we fall back down inside this wedge pattern here, and then we break to the upside here, the same height as the mouth of the opening, or the starting point of the run. So you can see right here, we've had a bullish run for the most part, then we fell inside this bearish fractal here, and then we started to potentially break up to the upside here. That's the next part that we're looking for, usually about the size of the opening here. So if we go to a trend line really quick, you can see the size of this mouth here would send us from breakout pretty much back to retesting all-time highs. So honestly, what we're looking for right now is a confirmation breach above either the top resistance or the bottom support level, the price floor or the price ceiling. So yesterday we actually saw some pretty incredible stuff. We saw the price actually flare all the way to the bottom. Honestly, I think it happened within an hour. It was pretty crazy. Not many people were expecting that. A major wick corrected us down from 61,000 all the way down to 57.5. Probably a big sell-off there. And then we immediately reversed right back up, following and intertwining with the hourly moving averages right here. So the biggest factor for buying back into Bitcoin, if you haven't already been in it, is to wait right now for the confirmation breach above this downtrend right here. This is very important. As you guys know, we need to confirm retesting the prior resistance. As you guys can tell by the falling wedge pattern that I had pulled up originally, you can see where it says the entry price. Entry tends to be right here, retesting that prior neckline. You can see that clear as day. And for Bitcoin, the prior neckline is clearly right where I've drawn our resistance level right here, which is also the sideways channel that we have drawn on Bitcoin. So looking, as a conservative trader, at least playing it like this, would be to confirm breaching above 62,600. If we can break and close above this on the 4-hour charts here, that would be enough for us to buy it. Notice that this has acted as a resistance in the past, and you can see once we closed above here, that pretty much started the break and the run to the upside here. So we're looking for closure above this resistance in yellow, which would allow us to confirm the falling wedge has broken out, and we'll be able to buy in and leverage this all the way up to about $67,000, all the way to $70,000. It would be a huge buying opportunity there. So be patient, wait for that. Obviously, we'll be doing so on BitYard. All you have to do literally is go right over to the main area page, type in Bitcoin, which we're currently on, and then literally just leverage this. November 1st, they are offering huge sign-up bonuses, but for those that are impatient or at least just want to test out the website, not only do they have a live account, they have a demo account as well, but you'll be able to capitalize on this leverage trade that we'll all be buying into in the very near future. You can see just by creating this little trend line right here, you can see what it is that we're following. There's a clear falling wedge pattern developing on Bitcoin specifically, and you can see from the start at the bottom here, this is what we're dealing with right here. This falling wedge pattern will at some point break in some direction. Ideally, falling wedges tend to break bullish, so we'll buy in once we confirm breaching above our top resistance level. This horizontal line will signal what it is that we're dealing with. So right here, we confirm closing above this on the 4-hour charts. We'll buy in right around, or I'll buy in right around this level right here, and that's when we'll plan to leverage this all the way up to about $67,000 of top resistance, if not higher. Obviously, moving our stop losses up. We'll create a market order with about a 10x leverage to 15x leverage. Type in the margin amount, let's say 1000x, and then we'll click buy long, and that will enter our position once the 4-hour closes above there. So check out BitYard, link in the description down below if you wanted to leverage this crypto and join us in our journey. Now, moving forward here, you guys can see within XRP, the question that you guys have been waiting for is, how is this and any relevance to Bitcoin in regards to a falling wedge? Well, there are some similarities which I didn't pick up on until actually this morning. So by adjusting this chart down and tweaking this and moving this up here, you can kind of see the development pattern here that we're kind of dealing with. You can see for the most part that this already starts to appear like a falling wedge pattern. Just by slightly adjusting these charts here, you can see now the falling wedge that's beginning to form here. So I can swing this over to the daily. It's not going to be as great, but you can see that this is a falling wedge. It honestly is able to be moved all the way up here to act as a falling wedge pattern. But for right now, I'll leave it how I originally had it. Due to the fact that we are playing around on the 4-hour charts here, you can see how they're all retesting our bottom support and all retesting the top resistance. And we've broken in from a bullish run into this conservative falling reversal here. Now, the scary part is we have closed before here, so why would we wait? So the problem with this is that, yes, we can flash crash, and ideally that's coming to an end right now. We did get burned on here from the last run. I'll be honest with you, even with this falling wedge pattern, we confirm closure below this support level, and that alone will signal us to buy in. So we did create stop losses, and that's why I recommend doing that in case we have these emergency flashes like that. But for the most part, there is this falling wedge pattern that's developing here. You can see from the point that we broke entry into it, we've literally just been pinballing off bottom support, top resistance continuously. This has been literally a continuous pattern, and we're looking now for a break to the upside here to signal a buy-in opportunity, which would obviously be closing above $1.13. That's the neckline for us. As we know, trading inside this pretty much is the no man's land for XRP specifically. Prices tend to not want to break outside or below this trend line right here. You can see how far this extends, probably even more so. Grabbing all of this here, this acts as a big problem resistance level. So we're waiting for confirmation to breach us above $1.13 before we buy in and leverage this to the upside. That will pretty much give us the clear, go ahead to buy into this coin, because not only will we be breaking our 4-hour, our $1.09 resistance, but we'll also be breaking the downtrend and our top resistance at $1.13. We'll pretty much be confirming that the bearish break is over, and we'll be able to buy in and leverage this at least up to top resistance here. You can see it'll probably go even higher from the mouth of the opening again. You can see from point of breakout, this extends us all the way up to about $1.23, which is the target if we can confirm breaching above here. So things are exciting. Things are starting to play out fairly well for XRP, converting this now into this falling wedge pattern. You can see exactly what it is that we're looking at here. broke into it from a bullish start, then corrected down in the wedge, and then target entry and a breakout to the upside here. Bullish start right here, broken into it, into the wedge, and then we're looking for a breach and an entry point to leverage this once again back to the upside here. So very similar with Bitcoin, a little clearer on Bitcoin. XRP is a little bit harder to trend. If we had like the 6 hour or something like that, it'd be a little easier to show you. But for right now, this is what we're looking at, and we need this to play out very soon. Obviously confirming once again, closure below this bottom support would lead us to short it. Closure above would lead us to buy in. And this applies to pretty much all the cryptos. Ethereum's the only one that if you were a moderate to aggressive trader would have bought in once you saw closure above this top resistance here. You would have bought in and leveraged this to the upside here. And we are currently retesting resistance levels as we speak. But for those that haven't bought in, I personally wouldn't. I'm waiting for Bitcoin and XRP to confirm their move before I do anything. Otherwise, guys, Cardano looks okay. Still, once again, consolidating inside its major descending triangle here. Once we get confirmation of a closure above our resistance, that's when we'll buy in long, or vice versa, closing below the support. I'm going to move this lower. I know this sounds crazy, but I'm moving it back to bottom support here just as a precaution here. Obviously, there is a support level set up here as well, this horizontal line, but it's pretty much like a box. Like this is a no-go zone in between here, but you can see we've retested this on numerous occasions here. So once we confirm closing either below like $1.90 or above $2.30, that's when I'll buy in long or leverage short. Otherwise, we're breaking out once again in the S&P 500. We confirmed it. We're now in all-time highs. It's incredible. We're currently overbought now on the daily, but we'll see how long this lasts. Quite interesting. Otherwise, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. I do want to talk about Pulsar Token with you. I want to give a huge shout out to Pulsar Token for sponsoring today's episode. As with all cryptocurrency projects, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. Launchpad, DEX, NFT platforms, dividends paid out of profits from the entire project. The list goes on and on. All different and unique from anything else. This is just a fraction of what's to come, and all of this will benefit Pulsar holders when V2 launches. It's going to be truly epic, and they will change crypto for the benefit of all who invest in it. So guys, Pulsar Token is a recently launched rebase coin based on the Binance Smart Chain that is mathematically guaranteed to exceed the price of Bitcoin. And I know that sounds crazy, but let me explain. It's also currently available on PancakeSwap too. Now, I'm sure for most of you, this is the first time you're hearing of a crypto classified as a rebase coin, so I want to explain exactly what that is. A rebase or price elastic token is designed in a way that the circulating token supply adjusts either increases or decreases automatically according to a token's price fluctuations. This expansion and contraction is what is called a rebase mechanism. So rebase tokens are somewhat akin to stablecoins in a sense that they both have price targets. However, unlike stablecoins, rebase tokens have an elastic supply, meaning the circulating supply adjusts accordingly to supply and demand without changing the value of the tokens in the user's wallet. Very interesting, right? So the question now is what happens to the user's point of view. The amount of tokens in each wallet will increase or decrease accordingly, yet the total value of each wallet doesn't change thanks to the rebasing mechanism. So the Pulsar token is the world's first elastic rebasing token with an actual real-world use case and utility with an elastic supply. So over the period of approximately 8 weeks, every 4 hours, a protocol will call for a rebase, which will automatically increase the pegged price of the token by 5%. And this pegged price will determine if the token goes through a negative or positive rebase based on the current market price of the Pulsar token. And to break this down more, phase 1, which ends November 27th, period of approximately 8 weeks, a protocol is run every 4 hours to increase the price by 5% until it has exceeded the Bitcoin's price. And in phase 2, dividends begin being paid out and a one-stop shop metaverse is going to be introduced. Now, as with any rebase coin, the value of your investment is directly tied to the market cap of the coin, which has been growing by hundreds of thousands just in the past few days. Keep in mind, guys, there is a total supply of 21 million tokens, and the Pulsar token also has a genuine community, thousands growing rapidly across Telegram, Twitter, and Reddit, and they also have a large international marketing budget to continue increasing awareness significantly for the project. Now guys, Pulsar Token will be unaffected by the greater market. Approximately 8 weeks from launch, Pulsar will obviously rise to the price of Bitcoin. The big question is obviously posed as whether the Pulsar's inherent value relevant to Bitcoin will inherit its returns. So whether this happens or not depends purely on speculation and market psychology, and we may assume that there may be some correlation to the pegged price returns, although as with any speculative asset, only time will give us the true answer. Regardless, at the time, Pulsar will evolve into a bigger long-term project. So guys, AMAs are starting to happen with the co-founders on a weekly basis within the Telegram and Pulsar, and V2 will also launch in the first part of December with multi-chain charting from one location with just a click of a button. A crypto marketplace where anybody providing a service within the crypto space can advertise, such as influencers, Twitter promoters, YouTubers, graphic designers, shillers, website designers, web devs, blockchain devs, full stack devs, copywriters, etc. Anything to do with crypto sellers or services can advertise free of charge, and buyers can buy their services without the worry of being scammed. It will be impossible for someone to be scammed and lose their money using the escrow payment system. Current platforms that offer services for DeFi traders and service providers in the crypto space are often scattered and inefficient, and Pulsar aims to unite all fronts and offer a platform that will be a one-stop shop metaverse where you are provided with everything you need in one place. So guys, by contributing to Pulsar, you'll be getting early access to the entire ecosystem of blockchain-related services, and will have the rights to share the dividends of the entire project moving forward forever. Much more to come, so definitely stay tuned. So guys, if this sounds interesting and you would like to learn more about the project, please check the links in the description of today's video. Otherwise, huge shout out to Pulsar Token for sponsoring today's episode. Always make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.